I'm giving up on my Minecraft Forever world. In this world, I've challenged myself to play Minecraft every day for an entire year. The catch, we're playing just one Minecraft day every day, and this is day 174 of that challenge. Now, we are also grabbing one melon for every subscriber gained throughout this series, as well as writing down one lucky subscriber on our infamous wall of subscribers. And I know I started out with I'm giving up on this world, and I am to an extent, but not in the way you may think. Um, you know, I built this pretty nice looking jungle village over here, and I think it's time for a new challenge. And that new challenge is starting fresh, basically, and heading over to our starter island, which is in the distance over there. We can't quite see it, and building a new house, and maybe starting, a new island. But I'm not leaving this behind, obviously. And I'm definitely not leaving this challenge behind because this challenge has been honestly one of the best things that I've ever chosen to do in my life. And I'm thoroughly enjoying this every single day, day in, day out. 20-minute YouTube videos for all of you, grabbing a melon for every subscriber from our massive melon farm that we've made. And like I said, it's been nothing but enjoyable. And we have a list of supporters over here, all of our subscribers that we write down every day. And to get on that wall, all you gotta do is obviously subscribe. And if you want to increase your chances, leave a like, hype the video, and leave a comment letting me know you did so. But let's just go ahead and show everybody what we got going on. So we got a skeleton over here. We got that going on. But I'm gonna take a boat over here because our elytra, it's damaged. It's not doing too hot, and we only got 15 fireworks to work with. So I'm gonna take a boat over here. And honestly, I think it's cooler taking a boat sometimes. Obviously, it's easier and less time consuming to take an elytra, but we don't really have that kind of luxury at the moment. So my plan here is to transform this island over the next, let's say, 50 or so days. And I want to make this island feel complete, feel full, fill it up with maybe some farms, some nice builds. I'm thinking we got our house up here, we got a windmill down here. I think this is going to come out pretty nice, if I do say so myself. So let's go ahead and let's start working on this. And to do this, we're going to need a little more space. I don't think I gave myself enough space. And I said this yesterday, and I tried to give myself a little more space, but we really are going to need a bit more for this build that we're doing here, because this is going to be a pretty large scale build. Both the house and the windmill. So I want to make sure I have enough room for both. And the house is going to be up here. I'm assuming the windmill might be like down there, or yeah, it'll probably be down there somewhere. And maybe we put the lighthouse on this area too. Who knows? Who knows, honestly? Who knows what we got in store for all of you? But I'll tell you what, it's gonna be good. You're gonna like it. So make sure to stick around. And like I said, if you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you could see all of this unfold. And what I'm going to do for this entrance here, this is going to be the entrance to the house. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. And right here. And then we're going to have a little coming out over here. I'm thinking maybe right there would be good. And then we're going to need right here as well. And maybe we'll just have to form this into the mountain just a little bit. So it doesn't look like we terraformed this too poorly. I think we did a pretty good job of keeping it a little bit natural looking, but also giving ourselves the space to work with. Then we're going to need 7, or we're going to go with 9 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to have to move this back. So this would be 8, 9, 10, right there. That's where that's going to go. And these are going to be the pillars. And we're kind of just outlining our build at the moment. And let's just make sure we got the right amount here. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That doesn't make sense. That makes more sense. And then we're going to need one pillar right here. And then we got that pillar right there. So, let's get to work. Let's get to work. Let's start doing this. And I think, like I said, this is going to be a little different than some of the builds I've been doing, considering I haven't really used much dark oak in this challenge. And apparently we're going to take a good amount of fall damage here. I should have brought scaffolding. I don't know what I was thinking, not bringing scaffolding. That's definitely something that would have helped us here. And we don't really have the luxury to go back with our elytra at the moment. So we're going to just keep hopping around and taking fall damage left and right. That's okay. We got feather falling. 3 at least. It's something. Can I reach? Really? Really? And we're also going to need a good amount of spruce for this build. I don't have the funds in that area at the moment, but we will make sure we get some. And I would like to get some cobblestone as well. Or maybe we go, yeah, I'm thinking like a mix of like cobblestone, andesite, maybe some stone in the walls here. And then the second floor, we're going to do spruce. We're going to kind of switch it up a bit. But just outlining this, I think we can make something nice here. And I want to trim all of these. I should get more prepped for this. So let's go get our shulker box, because we do have one of those. We just don't use it very often. And let's kind of prep ourselves for what we're going to need here. And this is going to be pretty cool. Like I said, I think at the end of this challenge, I obviously, I've said it so many times since the beginning, but I want to roll in on a boat right here. I want this to be transformed right here. I want maybe a lighthouse there. Maybe we'll put it on that island. Who knows? And I want it to feel nice. And right now it's halfway there. And that makes sense because, like I said, it's day 174 of this challenge. We got a lot of time to go. What's up, bird? You want to come with me to the new island? We should probably take him. Why not? Now let's kind of stock this up with things we're probably gonna need. And I'm thinking stone, like I said. We're gonna go stone. We're gonna grab some cobblestone. And we're probably gonna need some more stone than that. Let's just stock up. Let's make sure we got everything we're gonna need. We don't really need stone bricks. I'm not going to quite use those. We're going to need deep slate for the roof. So let's make sure we have enough of that. And we're probably going to need a good amount of that. Hopefully we have enough, but we might even need more than that. So let's grab all of that. And we're probably going to need maybe a little more cobblestone. No, we're probably good on cobblestone there. We have andesite. We do not look like we have any andesite, so we might have to go and get that, because I do want to texture the walls with some andesite. And we have andesite slabs. That's not going to quite do it. We're going to need glass. Always need some glass. We got no glass in there. So let's grab some glass from what we got for now. And I'm also going to need probably... We don't have... Oh, we got more dark oak in here. Nice. We're going to need... And some spruce. Nice. We're going to need all of that. Let's grab that. Spruce, dark oak. We don't necessarily need some of these jungle things right here. Let's bring... Let's see. Let's bring some composters. I want some cherry leaves, of course. A little decoration. And what else? Some spruce stairs we're probably gonna need. We need a nice flooring for the first floor. And I was thinking maybe we could go jungle, kind of like bring it there. I'm not sure what we're gonna do for the floor at the moment, so I'm gonna leave that for a second. But what else do we not need in here? We don't need this. We don't quite need this right now. None of that. None of that. We have sticks, I believe. Yes, we have sticks, so we don't really need the extra sticks here. We're not gonna need dirt. Well, we might need dirt. We might need to do a little extra terraforming. So let's grab a stack of dirt. And I think that should be good for now, but like I said, I want to get some andesite for the time being. So while we're here, though, we might as well go ahead and write down our lucky entry to the wall of subscribers for the day. So let's go ahead and add in right here. We got, yup, it's Tim 1670. And welcome to the wall, Tim. If you don't know Tim, he's been in the comments here and there. He says, "Hi, I'm Timmy," just about every day. He hasn't been here for a little, so I'll add him to the wall. Maybe he'll come back and see it. And everybody say hi, Timmy, in the comments, because he's a legend on this channel. He's been here for a while. He was here for a while. I don't know where he's been. He's probably up to something out there. But we miss you, Timmy. So come back, and let's go ahead and get some andesite. And I believe, yes, we do have some andesite right here. Let's put our lantern in our hand so we get a little bit of light, and let's get to work on this. We're probably gonna need, like, not too much of this, probably just a stack, maybe a little more. Should probably get this coal, get a little mending on our elytra. Maybe we could use it again, and we'll see. But I want this house to feel like a home. That's my goal. I want it fully furnished, a full nice interior. I want a nice windmill. I want a nice farm. Like, I want this to be like, I don't know. I always have this, like, dream, like playing Minecraft. Every single time I load up a new world, I'm like, I want this to be like, you know, a cozy, like, farmland vibe. And I never really follow through with it. I kind of, you know, always have like a little bit of farmland and maybe a small farm going around, but I never really, like, I don't know. I just never get to that point where I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I pictured in my mind. So that's my goal with this build, is to be, for me, that world that I load up, and I could go to this island and be like, yes, this is exactly what I was looking for. And we're going to take our time with this one. I promise you that. This is going to be possibly the next 50 days of this challenge. But even if it is the next 50 days of this challenge, we'll still have 130 days to come back to this. I mean, that's pretty cool to come out and see that. To come back to this part of the world and upgrade it even more, which obviously I want to give myself time to do that. So let's go ahead, get back over there, and get back to work. What do we got on our elytra? We're lacking. We got a creeper farm in the plans. Either gonna do it on live stream, or maybe I'll turn it into its own video. Maybe it's like an hour-long video of me building a creeper farm and doing one of these. Who knows, really? But it's not gonna be a 20-minute day. It just, I mean, it can't be. That's a tough task, you know, to accomplish with just 20 minutes at a time. And I have such big plans for this world that I don't think that I can really waste that kind of time doing that. So let's go ahead right here. Let's get everything we need down. It's raining on us. Let's put down our shulker box. This is going to be our storage for the time being. Whoa. It's not raining. It's lightning, and that's not what we're looking for right now. But let's put down a crafting table, of course, and let's make ourselves a stone axe because we forgot to do that over there. And let's start trimming some logs. I think, like, some trimmed dark oak is honestly, like, for building a house, especially if you're going for the vibe that I'm going for, it's such a good block to use. It's like, I don't know, it's the perfect pillar block. Like, it's dark enough to where it creates really good contrast, but at the same point, it's not as dark as, like, a regular dark oak block would be. If you're catching my drift there. You know, I probably didn't say that in the best way, but let's go ahead and put down. We're gonna need to do this now. We're gonna texture this wall nicely, and this is going to be the first floor of what hopefully comes out to be a very nice looking house. And I don't know if you're thinking about trying to improve on building, I would suggest like just doing what I'm doing here and just grabbing, you know, 2 or 3 blocks. Just 2 or 3 blocks and just trying to do your best to texture it, you know, just keep flipping between blocks. It kind of just it gets random at a point. You know, there's not really too much thought going into all of this. It's very random, and it ends up usually looking pretty nice in the end. It might look a little weird at first when you're doing it, but it always ends up looking pretty nice. And I think for this, do I want to bump this out just a little more? I might want to just bring this out a little more. Let's take a look from out here. No, I think that should be fine. We can always make an edit once we finish this first floor here. But let's get back to work. And I think also another thing about building, just a few tips for you today, is when you're building a house, think about it as like, I don't know, like think about it as like a real house would look too. And try and think like, I don't know, like having stone on the bottom floor and then having like wood on the top floor, for me, a lot of the times it gives you that contrast between the two floors, and it also kind of just like it makes the build feel more complete rather than just using like, say I was just using stone for the whole build. I don't think this would look as nice as it's gonna come out when I'm using 2 different block types for the 2 different floors. And I'm sure you're a little bit confused here or there by what I'm saying, especially because you're not looking at anything that I'm really thinking about. It's just kind of one floor being put together, but you'll see in the end, I promise. And I hope this build really does this world justice, and I think it will. But I just want to get all these down just so I can take a look at the first floor and see what we're working with. We are already through a stack of cobble, and that is not good because we don't have too much andesite to work with, and I got to make sure I complete this first floor with the stone that I got. And then we're really not going to use too much stone. It'll really just be, the only stone we'll really be using after that will probably be deep slate for the roof. And maybe some accents as well. Maybe some deep slate accents on the decoration part of this build. But, well, I want to see how this wall looks. I think it should come out pretty good with this texture. It's definitely something that I haven't really tried just yet, but I think it should work all together. And I do suggest as well, if you play Minecraft, if you enjoy Minecraft as a game, and you're looking to kind of start maybe your own forever world, it's definitely in my recommendations. You know, I think this has been, for me, one of the most enjoyable ways to play this game. And I think I could 100% say that with full confidence, because I just, every time I load up this world, even though I'm only allowed to play 20 minutes, I'm so excited to do that 20 minutes. I'm so excited to get into it and start building again. Like, it really has been a very enjoyable process. And I think that wall that looks pretty good. I think that's good texture. That does look pretty good. And I do want to say we are running out of time here. What the? Oh my, that jump scared me. Okay, zombie. Really? You're trying to get in our way today. You're not getting in nobody's way today. We're going to have the door here. We're going to have the second floor. So we're getting to work. on this house build, and we're going to get to work on the second floor. But I do want to say I leave a comment at the end of every video for those of you that make it to the end. And if you made it to the end of this video, comment rip elytra, because at the moment we have no elytra, and that's just, it's been on my mind. It's tough to deal with. But make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and hype the video, and I will see you tomorrow for day 175.